Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to dive into another important topic, the four schools of Islamic thought in Islam. You've probably heard their names before: Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, and Hanbali. Sunni Muslims all around the world follow these schools. I'm sure you must have come across these names many times, but maybe never had the chance to really study or understand what they're all about. Don't worry, today we're going to try and explain this in a simple way. So, let's set the scene. After our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, passed away, the message of Islam spread far and wide, reaching many new lands. Muslims found themselves living in diverse cultures and facing completely new situations they hadn't encountered before. While everyone was united in following the Quran and the Sunnah, new questions started popping up in daily life. All these real-life issues needed clear, practical guidance that was firmly rooted in Islamic principles. This very need for structured guidance led to the creation of the four main schools of Islamic law, or madhabs. They all share the same foundation. So, with that background in mind, let's begin. First up is the Hanafi school. This school was founded by the great scholar Imam Abu Hanifa, who lived in Kufa, which is in modern-day Iraq. He was incredibly well known for his brilliant use of logical reasoning, or Rai, alongside the sacred teachings from the Quran and the Prophet, peace be upon him. Imam Abu Hanifa strongly believed that to properly apply Islamic rules to our ever-changing daily lives, we need to use careful, sound reasoning. So how does the Hanafi method work in practice? Well, the primary sources are always the Quran and the Hadith, that are the starting point for everything. However, if a specific issue isn't explicitly and clearly addressed in these texts, Hanafi scholars use qiyas, which is a form of analogical reasoning, and istihsan, which means juristic preference. This allows them to use logic and common sense to deduce what the right course of action would be. Essentially, if there isn't a clear-cut answer in the primary texts, they might choose the option that is more beneficial and merciful for people, ensuring the law serves the community's best interests while staying true to the spirit of Islam. Next, we'll explore the Maliki school, another major pillar of Islamic jurisprudence. The Maliki school was founded by Imam Malik ibn Anas in the holy city of Medina. Imagine that. He was living and teaching in the very city where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, established the first Muslim community. This unique setting heavily influenced his approach. Imam Malik placed a huge emphasis on the practices and customs of the people of Medina, considering them a living example of the sunnah. So, what are the core principles of the Maliki school? Of course, like all schools, they start with the Quran and the sunnah. But what makes the Maliki school distinct is its high regard for the amal ahl al-Madina, the practice of the people of Medina. The logic was that the first few generations of Muslims in Medina had learned their religion directly from the Prophet and his companions, so their collective practices were a powerful, living embodiment of the Sunnah. If an issue arose, Imam Malik would look at how the people of Medina handled it. Additionally, the Maliki school uses maslaha mursala, which means acting based on public interest, to address new issues not covered by the texts, as long as it doesn't contradict any established principles. Now, let's journey to our third school of thought, the Shafi'i school. This school was founded by Imam Muhammad ibn Idris al-Shafi'i, a truly remarkable scholar. He had the unique experience of studying under students of both Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik. This gave him a comprehensive understanding of the different legal methodologies of his time. Imam Shafi'i is often called the father of usul al-fiqh because he was the first to formalize the principles of Islamic jurisprudence into a clear, systematic framework. His methodology created a beautiful balance between the two approaches we've discussed. The Shafi'i school follows a strict hierarchy of sources. The Quran and the authentic Sunnah are the absolute highest authorities. After them, Imam Shafi'i placed great importance on ijma, which is the consensus of the scholarly community. Following that is qiyas, or analogical reasoning, which he refined into a very precise tool. And unlike the Maliki school, he did not consider the practice of the people of Medina to be a source of law in itself, arguing that only the Prophet's sunnah is universally binding. Finally, we arrive at the Hanbali school, founded by Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. He was a student of Imam Shafii and lived in Baghdad. Imam Hanbal is renowned for his immense knowledge of hadith and his unwavering commitment to sticking as closely as possible to the literal text of the Quran and the Sunnah. He lived during a time of intense theological debate and became a symbol of traditionalist thought, fiercely defending the authority of the sacred texts against more speculative approaches. The Hanbali methodology is known for being the most text-oriented of the four schools. For Imam Hanbal, the first and foremost sources were the Quran and the Sunnah. After the texts, he would look to the fatwas, or legal opinions of the Prophet's companions. He was very hesitant to use qiyas, or personal reasoning, employing it only as a last resort when no other evidence was available. This strict adherence to the textual sources is the defining characteristic of the Hanbali school, making it the most conservative in its legal methodology. So, to wrap it all up, the Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali schools are four valid and respected paths to understanding and applying Islamic law. They are not different religions. Rather, they are different methodologies developed by brilliant scholars to help Muslims navigate the complexities of life in accordance with the divine guidance of the Quran and the Sunnah. They are a mercy and a testament to the intellectual richness and flexibility within Islam. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to understand this important topic with us. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. See you in the next one.